Greetings, y'all. I just wanted to go over some of your questions that you may have on your Quizizz assignment. First of all, I want to show you how to get there in my Google Classroom. We have the link to the assignment down here. Also, this is Virtual Spirit Monday, so I hope that you find a time to read a book with your favorite stuffed animal and wear your pajamas, provided that they're appropriate. Feel free to share pics with me. I can post them to Miss Marquez and she can share them on Twitter, showing that we are still working hard to finish the school year strong. Anyway, once you click on your Quizizz assignment, it's going to take you to another window, and then you'll put in your first and last name. You have 3 attempts, so I've seen that some of you have already done this 1 or 2 times. Remember, it's for input and feedback, so I'm sure it gives you instant input and feedback. You could turn the memes on or off. Turn the sound effects on or off. You can read the questions aloud if you'd like, and you can have music if you'd like as well. I don't want any music, so I'm going to start the game. Alright, start. So the first question that comes up is find the area of the shaded region. If you cannot see the picture, then you can always click on it, or maybe not, so zoom in. There we go. So if you recall correctly in your notes, you should have that area of a triangle equals half the base times the height. So I'm going to do the big triangle, and then I'm going to do the small triangle. And both of them have the same formula. So the height of this big triangle is 31 by 32. So area equals 31 times 32 divided by 2. This one over here, area equals 18 by 18. Cut in half divided by 2. So I am going to work this out. I need a little bit of space, so I'm going to erase. Come on. Eraser. I need a big eraser to erase this. This will be where I'm showing the work. Oh, this is so tedious, guys. I'm going to work on getting some whiteboard so I can actually show you how to work this out on a mini whiteboard. Alright, now let's go back to my pencil. So I've got 31 times 32. 2 times 31 is 62. 3 times 31 is 93. Add those 2, 9, 9. Then I'm going to cut 992 in half. 2 into 9 is 4. 8, 19, 8, 18, 12, 6. So this is 486. Then 18 times 18, I'm actually going to do this one a little differently. I'm going to simplify and do 18 over 2, which is 9, times 18 right here. So 18 times 9, 2, 7, 6, 1. Then I'm going to subtract these two. 486 minus 162 is going to be my answer. Remember, I'm not going to give you the answers, so you have to find what best works for you. Okay, the next question that I have, if I'm showing my work, I'm going to draw it on my paper. This right here is a triangle. This is 14 centimeters. So that means this is 14 centimeters. But because this whole thing down here is 22, I need 14 plus some number to give me 22. So 22 minus 14, 8. So 14 plus 8, make that look like an 8, is 22. And then the height of this is 12. So I've got a rectangle, which equals base times height. And I have a triangle, which equals base times height divided by 2. So this is going to be 14 times 12. And then this is going to be this one right here. It's going to be 8 times 12. My 8s are struggling. Divided by 2. You can simplify that. You can cut 8 in half, or you can cut 12 in half. I'll cut my 12 in half. 6. 8 times 6 is 48. And then 12 times 14 is going to be another number. And then you will add those two answers. This one and this one. Okay, this next one is a big square minus a small square. So you could do big minus small, area equals base times height, area equals base times height. This should be easy. The big square is a 4 by 4 times 4, and the little square is a 2 by 2. So this is 16, and this is 4. This should be a dead giveaway. So the next question, I have an alternative way to solve this. If we were to close this off here, we would have an entire rectangle. It would be 8 by 3 fours. 1 here, 2 here, and 3 here. 3 times 4 is 12. 8 times 12. Then I would want to subtract the area of this square right here, which is 4 by 4. So I'm going to get an answer here, 8 times 12 minus 4 times 4. That will be your answer. Okay, on this question, it's asking what is the area of the green. That's basically finding the shaded region. I want this green area, and I want to take out this little white space. The green area is a square. The little white space is a rectangle. You can see my sloppy handwriting, square and rectangle. So its area is base times height. Area is base times height. Remember, a square is always a rectangle. A rectangle is not always a square. A square has 4 right angles, and all sides are equal. So 4 right angles, 4 equal sides. The definition of a rectangle is 2 pairs of perpendicular lines, but the 2 perpendicular parallel lines. But those 2 pairs don't always have to be exactly the same in length. So 2 sides are equal and another 2 sides are equal. So for this square, I have 15 times 15. And for the rectangle, I have 6 times 5. Alright, for starters, I apologize for this question not being very visible, but there are measurements around it. There's 10 centimeters across the top, 5 centimeters up and down to the left, 7 centimeters going across, and then 3 centimeters over here. I have written them over here. Boom, bam, boom, bam. Those are the ones that are not visible. Now, because we have those, and this is 7 centimeters here, if I were to go all the way across here, I would continue making this line down here, and I need it to equal to 10. So 10 minus 7 is going to be 3. This is going to be 3 centimeters long. And then if I were to draw a line down here, this whole thing right here is 3, and this little piece that I'm going to make yellow right here would just be 1, because 1 plus 2 is this 3 over here. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're breaking this up. Now I'm going to redraw this picture minus all my scribbly scrabbles to kind of break this into 2 or 3 shapes. One more thing I failed to mention is that this little piece right here is going to be 2 centimeters, because if I were to extend this 3 down here, I would need it to equal the 5 over here. So I'm going to break my shape up using orange. I'm going to cut this across here, and I'm going to have 2 rectangles. So this rectangle here in orange, and then this other rectangle here in blue. But when I calculate the area of my blue rectangle, I am going to have to get rid of this shaded area here, which is 2 by 2, which is a square. So this 2 by 2 is going to have to be subtracted. Subtract. So this top rectangle here is a 10 by 3. This little rectangle right here is a 2 by 3. I'm going to add those and then subtract the area of the small square, which is a 2 by 2. Okay, and the last question on this video before I have to continue and go on to another one is going to be this question. I can easily break this into 2 rectangles. I'm going to cut this here. My dotted line should look better than that, but you guys try drawing on the laptop and it's not the best, and even with the stylus it's still a little challenging, so don't judge my drawing. But I know that if I were to extend this all the way up here and all the way over here, I would have to make 12 going up and down here. So if this is 6, then this must also be 6, because 6 plus 6 is 12. And I would need 5 plus 11 to give me 16. So I really don't need this 11, but this rectangle right here, base times height, which is 16 times 6. And then this one up here is also base times height, which the measurement for this side is over here. So you're going to add this area to this area and get your answer.